One of the trends today on Twitter and on Facebook. No fly list. People who attended the Capitol riots being taken off airplanes. Being removed. I love people clap. I hope you're embarrassed, you pieces of shit. Hope you're proud of yourself. Treat me like a black person. He yelled, "Treat me like a black person." Boo. For some reason, they start playing like Layla on one of them. Well, not the cool part of Layla, like the end. We'll come back to the audio here in just a second. This is the West Virginia delegate we watched get arrested. He has now resigned. I can't, Dale something or other, Dale Evans or some shit like that. Oh, watching them get arrested is so sweet. I don't even know who's being apprehended here. What's going on?
The airplane.
Oh my God.
Take your IDs and your boarding passes. You can leave your personal belongings.
Hey, she's already got her MAGA hat on, everything.
Do not get involved in the altercation or you will not reboard. And
have a good day. Thank you. Have a good day.
We're gonna have a great day.
Oh, I was wrong. That's not a MAGA hat.
Have a good day.
Oh,
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Hey, officer, what is she going to do with her kids? Can you just answer her? We got this, okay?
I like the female thing is kind of surprising to me.
We got this. Thank you for
Was there a lot of females storming the Capitol?
I have 3 minor children. Please respond.
Yeah,
It's
we
closed
got somebody to take
everywhere.
care of them. We got somebody to come
My
take care of
children
them.
are not going to any facility.
No problem. How many you have?
She's like Russian or something.
How many is it?
I have
Maybe we did have some foreign agents in there. Or maybe that didn't have anything to do. With the MAGA supporters being arrested.
The search for a man who invaded U.S. Senate chambers last week with a weapon and hand...
Zip tie man. Now they absolutely were talking about on Parler and on Reddit threads about how they wanted to take hostages. About how they wanted to tie up Congress people with zip ties.
Handcuffs has come to an end right here in Nashville. The FBI arrested Nashville bartender Eric Munchell after people banded together on
A bartender.
the suspect's identity. News Channel 5 chief investigative reporter Phil Williams reveals how they figured it out.
Do you understand?
Within hours of the assault on the U.S. Capitol, social media quickly turned its attention to photos of a masked invader in the U.S. Senate gallery, a weapon on his right side, holding zip tie restraints like those used to take prisoners. On his head, a cap from Black Rifle Coffee. On his chest, a State of Tennessee patch with a thin blue line used to show support for police.
Not the only one from Tennessee arrested.
Images of the man walking to the U.S. Capitol with an unidentified woman, which led
live stream. You want to say hi? What up, dog?
To this live stream video showing the pair enjoying drinks after the riot in a Washington hotel lobby. The man still wearing camouflage and empty holster on his hip.
Just a taser, but the police came and took it away from me. Okay. They did. They didn't like it because of tonight. They said I couldn't open carry a taser.
Those images somehow led from Washington to Eric Munchel's Facebook, where a live stream video showed him and others heading to the Capitol talking about plans to force their way inside.
It's my house. It's our house. We paid for that. We built that.
Other internet detectives uncovered these pics of Munchel at a protest in Nashville.
I don't know. What is up, dog?
A blue line patch on his chest. And his own Facebook showed him posing with a gun. President Trump.
He's so proud of himself.
Cap in the background.
When someone's trying to drive you towards not being unified, that's where you got to be careful. That's where you got to watch.
Other social media video shows the pair entering the Capitol.
You can disagree with it, but respect it.
Passing police who offered no resistance. As to what drove the Nashville bartender to join the mob or what he intended
do tell.
Those zip tie restraints, that isn't clear.
Oh, no, well, I mean, clearly he's wanting to take hostages.
Now that self-proclaimed patriot sits in a Nashville jail.
He's a traitor to the country.
Conduct inside the very seat of democracy. Photos and videos we've seen do not show Eric Munchel carrying those zip tie restraints into the Capitol. It's not clear whether he brought those with him or if they were among some reportedly stolen from Capitol Police storage facilities. Phil Williams, News Channel 5 investigates.
So social media outed him. This guy got outed by his ex-wife. Air Force vet who stormed Senate floor with zip tie handcuffs. Larry Rendell Brock, 53, wore a green military helmet and body armor in dramatic photos showing him among the insurrectionists who made it all the way to the Capitol's inner sanctums, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's private office. So that's this guy right here. Narked out by his ex. The witness explained that she was Brock's ex-wife and that the two had been married for 18 years. The witness also stated that she recognized Brock wearing a military-style helmet, khaki pants, gray and black fatigues over a military vest, and a patch from his military service. The witness stated, "I just know that when I saw this was happening, I was afraid he would be there." They might have even fucking divorced over his love of Trump. Trump cock has ended so many relationships. I think you already know he was there. It is just such a good picture of him, and I recognize his patch. The affidavit said video shows Brock walking out of the Speaker of the United States House of Representatives Nancy Pelosi's office. Brock's tactical gear included a skull logo for the Punisher, the Marvel Comics character co-opted by white supremacists and followers of the far-right conspiracy theory group, QAnon. Stick with us. I have some footage of Alex Jones talking about QAnon, and you guys are going to love it. We're almost there. Several of these white supremacists have now lost their jobs. Capitol rioters lose jobs after social media users identify them. You gotta love the internet. Several participants in the pro-Trump riots at the Capitol building this week have lost their jobs after companies were able to identify. Now that's scary. Companies using some kind of facial recognition software or some shit. Now if it was just people fucking narking on them, I got no problem with that shit. That's free speech, bitches. After companies were able to identify them in images and videos posted on social media. Or just people like fucking Susie from HR just cruising the fucking internet. Oh shit, that's Joe. Fucking climbing the Capitol wall. Shit. 5 people died, including one Trump supporter. Rioters broke through windows. One of the individuals arrested was Bradley Ruckstels, CEO of Chicago-based marketing data company. That's another thing. This is a bunch of fucking yuppies. Some bourgeoisie fucking assholes. Posing as fucking rednecks and shit. They all have decent houses, big ass trucks and shit. It's an accident of birth and just coming up during the right time. They tend to be baby boomers, some of the later Gen Xers. That's the kind of people we're talking about when we talk about Trump supporters. He has been charged with unlawful entry, according to a press release from Capitol Police. Cognesia? Holy shit, I have no clue how to say the name of this. Cognesia. Fuck. Tweeted on Thursday evening that it placed Rut Scales on a leave of absence while we assess further. Our CEO, I don't even know how that works. Is it like a board places the CEO? Like, who tells the boss to go sit at home? He later tweeted out that my decision to enter the Capitol was wrong and I am deeply regretful to have done so. It was the single worst personal decision of my life. I have no excuse for my actions and I wish that I could take them back. Real estate agent Libby Andrews' job has been terminated by her employer. Properties in a Facebook post on Thursday said it had received a tremendous amount of outreach. Regarding the actions of one of our agents, Libby Andrews, yesterday in Washington, D.C., effective immediately, at Properties is terminating this agent. You about to lose your job. One Texas-based attorney, Paul Davis, is no longer employed by Goosehead Insurance. The company announced in a tweet on Thursday. Associate General Counsel is no longer employed by Goosehead. An attorney! A fucking attorney! Davis has posted videos on social media discussing his participation in the riots. In other posts on his Facebook stories, Davis claims he was peacefully demonstrating the whole time and was not trying to actively break into the Capitol. In Pennsylvania, St. Vincent College announced that Rick Saccone, a former Pennsylvania state representative, will no longer be associated with the school, where he served as an adjunct professor. They said they've launched an investigation. Maryland-based Navistar Direct Marketing also announced on Thursday that it had terminated an employee after he was seen storming the Capitol building. So look at this shit. If it isn't the consequences of our fucking actions. Off-duty cops from all over the country were in D.C. during the Capitol coup attempt because of course they were. Several of them flashed their badges to gain access to areas. The growing number of probes follows an announcement from the Seattle Police Department on Friday that 2 of its officers had been put on administrative leave, pending an investigation into allegations they were in the nation's capital during the raucous events. Not only were there police officers in the crowd, but now several hate groups have been identified. But then again, that statement was a bit redundant. Police officers and hate groups, right? Because it's kind of obvious. Members of several well-known hate groups identified in Capitol riots. The Proud Boys. We knew that. The Oath Keepers. What's up, 16 Tones? Good evening, my friend. I'm assuming the 3%ers were there without me even fucking finding it in the story. I saw Baked Alaska. Oh my God, so many hate groups along with cops. But the gay Trump supporter is not the only one begging for forgiveness. Rioter, pictured hanging from Senate balcony, is begging for forgiveness.
For pissed. I just got in the light. I just got in the Capitol building. I was the first one. I hopped down into the chamber, and I was the first one to sit. And Nancy Pelosi, that bitch, she's a traitor. She's treasonous. But I sat
like I'm sitting here and I don't know what to do. Like, you know, I'm in downtown DC. I'm all over the news now. But like I'm just like every single one of those people that was marching, like a peaceful protest, came here to represent America, we're tired of being.
I'm assuming you're not every single one of them anymore. I'm assuming you're arrested.
Stealing our freedom, stealing our liberties. And, you know, I didn't hurt anybody in there. Like, yeah, I did sit in Nancy Pelosi's seat. Like, she shouldn't be there. She's not. She doesn't reprimand.
So that was him the day of. But now Colt is begging for forgiveness. Back home in Idaho, he told the Boise CBS affiliate, I love America, I love the people, I didn't hurt anyone, and I didn't cause any damage in the chamber. I got caught up in the moment, and when I saw the door to the chamber open, I walked in, hopped down, and sat on the chair. I said my piece, then I helped a gentleman get to safety that was injured, and then I left. And I sincerely apologize to the American people. I recognize my actions that have brought shame upon myself. The reason he's saying this is because Sean King identified him, and he's all over social media. That's the only reason you're having an about face, dude. I recognize my actions that have brought shame upon myself, my family, my friends, and my beautiful country. In the moment, I thought I was doing the right thing. I realize now that my actions were inappropriate, and I beg for forgiveness from America and my home state of Idaho. Dude, if you're going to storm the Capitol, at least stand fucking behind it. But now, if we're lucky, just these people we've spoke of, all the people being dragged off planes, the cops that are being investigated, hopefully not just these people will be held accountable for what happened last week at the nation's capital. The DC Attorney General intends to prosecute people for inciting a riot even if they are elected officials. To which I say, sir, bravo. Congressman Mo Brooks, my congressman, told the crowd of fans of President Donald Trump that American patriots must start taking down names and kicking ass mere moments before Trump called on the crowd to march with him to the U.S. Capitol. Mo Brooks, you are a traitor to this country. Beyond being a dumb fuck. Trump lawyer and advisor Rudy Giuliani similarly called for violence to the audience. Donald Trump Jr. called for a total war. As if the Attorney General was looking at holding the president accountable for his role. Sure, Andrea, as you know, the OLC opinion says the president can't be prosecuted. That's the Office of Legal Counsel. Their opinion says that the president has never been prosecuted. That has never been scrutinized in a court of law. We've never challenged that opinion. While the president is in office, Racine says, as it turns out, the president has about 9 more days of office, and of course, the investigation is going to go on much beyond those 9 days. It will be another legal question as to whether the president can be prosecuted after his term of office. I think the better weight of authority answers that question affirmatively. And I'm not targeting the president or anyone else, they said. I'm just saying the D.C. Office of the Attorney General, and I'm heartened that the U.S. Attorney also said the same thing. We're going to follow the facts, and we're going to go exactly where the facts lead.